It's November 19th, 2024, and I am thinking about how unseen forces and unseen energies impact us, how the collective energies impact us on an individual basis. And since I know it's true that it happens that way, can it not also happen that my individual energies can impact the collective? So here's what I mean. I don't really think that anxiety and fear are the same thing, but they are related. And anxiety is something that I have, let's say, danced with, struggled with, walked with my entire life. Sometimes there's more anxiety in my life than at other times. And many of my spiritual practices, wellness practices, things that I engage in and do have come about because of my desire to alleviate anxiety. For me, if I'm afraid of something or I'm fearful of something, it's very much in my head, it's in my thoughts. But anxiety tends to be not in my consciousness. It's not in my head. It's not in my thoughts. It shows up in my energy. It shows up in my body. So I will start to have physical symptoms that seem bizarre, like they're just coming out of left field. I don't know why I'm having this symptom. And then when I think about it, I realize, oh, it's anxiety. It's underlying anxiety. And so in a let's just say theoretically that we were in a time period where the group of us, the collection of us, humans, Americans, people who are all, threaded together, connected together, different individual beings that make up the big being, was going through a time period where there was a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety, a lot of collected anxiety. I start to feel and process that anxiety through my own individual body. And I don't like it. And I don't think it's helpful. And I don't think it's necessary in caring for one another or having compassion for one another or taking action to help one another. It is not necessary for me to carry that anxiety or for anyone to carry that anxiety. And so I'm thinking about how I can be an individual who is a part of the collective, and I can be a part of moving the collective toward ideas like freedom and justice and equality and harmony and peace and love and all of these big ideas, while also not sacrificing my own well-being, this body, this vessel of life. Because if I sacrifice this, I'm not here, so I can't do anything helpful. Not on a micro level or a macro level. And so, do I believe this is what I'm sitting here in my studio today thinking about? Do I really believe that I am a creative being, that I am a co-creator of my life? Now, what I don't believe is that thoughts create reality. But what I do think is what we believe to be true about life is often what we see or what we experience. So, am I co-creating is life force energy, the big force of life, the thing that animates us, that keeps us alive, as that moves through me. Am I co-creating with that energy the life that I am living, the experiences that I'm having, the way that I'm responding to the experiences that I'm having? And I think the answer is yes. And so I really do believe that the first step for me, and it might be different for you, but the first step for me in caring for community and caring for the larger collection of us, for humanity, is to care for myself. And when I say, I think maybe self-care is not the right term to use. Maybe it's more like self-awareness of just, oh, I'm feeling this physical symptom that is pointing me in the direction of imbalance, that perhaps what my anxiety is showing me things I need to let go of, mindsets, fears, ideas, goals, structures, ways that I have been living. My anxiety is showing me, hey, this path isn't working. We need to get on a different path. We need to do something differently so that we're not channeling all of this anxiety through the physical body, and we're channeling better feeling energies through the physical body. Because if I'm focusing all of my energy on what I don't want, if I'm taking all of the power of my imagination and all of this creative power of being a physical human, and I'm channeling that toward worst case scenario, this is what I don't want, that I'm just feeding that. And I don't want to feed that. That doesn't mean I don't want to be aware. I'm an aware citizen. I'm looking, I'm seeing, I'm noticing what's happening. It doesn't mean that I'm not preparing for a variety of eventualities, but I want to feed the energy of what I want. I want to feed the energy of love. And so when it really, at the end of the day, it really does come down to these two primary forces of energy, love and fear. And I want to feed the love, and I want the love moving through me. I want that to be the energy. I want my body to feel harmonious. I don't want to be having these weird physical symptoms. I don't want to have troubling dreams. I want to feel that I'm co-creating a life of beauty and joy and love, so that every single person that comes into contact with me, in whatever way they come into contact with me, will leave with that energy moving through them rather than the anxiety energy.